What's up, YouTube bitches? I'm back with another video. Make that a review. So I just got done. Let's go straight into it, right? I just got done with the autobiography of Gucci Mane. So after listening to the audiobook, I'll give it, I say, personally, I'm in between a 3.5 and a 3.8. Somewhere along those lines. I might give it a 3.8. So it took me like what, almost an entire month to read that autobiography, because number one, nonfiction is not my thing. When it comes for reading books, or unless like it's a podcast, I can like visualize everything and it's keeping me entertained. Like, I don't know why, unless it's like a documentary. So I tried to visualize this autobiography by Gucci Mane as a documentary in my head. It took me a whole ass month. I had to check it out 3 times because it expired and I was more interested in other stuff. So if this was a documentary, I could totally see myself being distracted on my phone doing other stuff while this plays in the background, you know, kind of thing. Even though that's what most people do with audiobooks. Anyway, okay, so I got interested in reading this because of Lovely T. About a year ago, she did a video reporting on Gucci Mane's autobiography, and everyone was freaking out over this one part where he was talking about Nicki Minaj, right? And I think somewhere in the book, Nicki Minaj was like, "Why are you working with that bitch from Brooklyn?" And of course, Nicki Minaj was talking about Little Kim. So at least around that time, about a year ago, was when, you know, people were buzzing about Gucci's Mane stuff, and also how most of his fans were of him and his come out. And by then he got married, you know, and I thought that was going to be in there, but then I was like, no, wait, this came out before the marriage, you know, to Keisha Cole. No, not Keisha Cole. Listen, Keisha, okay? Listen, so that happened. Basically, it starts from, you know, oh God, the lighting, I'm sorry. So basically, this starts out from when he was a kid. I like listening about like his grandparents, like basically his whole family tree, I guess, from the beginning. Not everything, of course, but like mostly his family tree, how he came to be. It kind of puts into perspective about his background and all that other stuff, like moving from one place to another, him growing up. I like listening to that part, but then like somewhere between the middle and the end, I was like wavering off, you know. I wasn't as interested. Like, of course there was a few parts that pissed me off, mostly about the prison system. He's been into the prison a few times. I lost count, y'all. Anyway, like some things, like especially, oh my God, this one part where he was still sent to prison, and like the judge didn't count his community service as I don't know, waiver. I need to go back, y'all. Listen. There was that one part pissed me off, because like the judge, so instead of, you know, cleaning up garbage and all that other stuff, instead he decided to do community service by going into the inner city and working with kids, and, you know, and all that other stuff, and basically stuff for the community that's more directed towards the people, instead of just cleaning up the, you know, streets and stuff. But like the judge didn't count that, and I was like when I read that part, when I listened to that part, it just got me pissed and heated. And then there was that one part about the situation with the girl. I do remember when that story broke out, we never heard his side of the story, so I'm glad to hear his side of the story, you know, about the girl in the car and stuff. So yeah, towards the end was when things got really interested in me, and I like how they ended it. Like, I think there was, out of all the quotes, there was one part that honestly got me, where he was being transferred from one prison to a federal prison towards the end. And the quote was like, the slave ship on air, which was when the feds I think, or at least the police feds. They came in a helicopter to transfer him and a few other people to another prison. So, and it was the same prison where the Boston Marathon bomber got sent to for death. Got sent to death there. So it was that prison. So I don't know, that quote in itself, because like I've been watching so many well, actually I've been listening to a whole bunch of podcasts with Lovely T, and oh my god, Thought Crimes, of course, and about the school to prison pipeline, and like especially recently when all the prisons went on, most of the prisons nationwide in the United States, they went on strike because it was basically modern day slavery. I'll definitely leave some articles down below so you can read yourself, since this is mostly about the book, but it kind of relates to it. But I did like learning more about his life, and I'm so glad that he decided towards the end to stop taking drugs, and he was really addicted to lean at the time. And because when I saw Lovely T's video when she was reporting on him, he did look a lot healthier. Because I remember images back then, especially when that one image of his he even talks about in the book where he got that face tattoo of that fucking ice cream cone on his damn face, and I was like, nigga, no. So yeah, so he definitely shaped up. I'm glad that he turned his life around, because of course I read this after the whole year after I just got done recently. But you know, seeing him getting married, I remember a whole bunch of memes when people were talking about Keisha Dior's dress. Oh my god, that shit was hilarious. But like, to see him nice and healthy, and he looks like, dude, he looks good now. Like before, he looked pregnant. Okay, let's be honest, and that was all because of the lean and all the other drugs that he was taking. And like, there was this part towards the end where he was delirious, you know, and he barely remembered anything. And it was like, wow, I can only imagine. And it's like, I don't know, it was nice to be put into his shoes, you know. So I'm glad for that not documentary, for the autobiography, you know. So yeah, that's my review. I'm not too sure if, yeah, I'm not that good with nonfiction works. Like, ugh. There's a few other nonfiction that I kind of want to read, but maybe you guys can suggest me some good ones. I know there's one that recently came out about this girl who was in a cult, I think, who was mostly homeschooled and educated. It's about the education system and how important it is, at least for her standpoint. So maybe, but I'm not all that interested in that, you know. So yeah, I'll definitely see more. It definitely got me more interested into his music, because trap music isn't all that good to me, at least until Meek Mill came out with his newer album. That's when I got interested, but for the most part I kind of stay away. And oh my god, wait, what else? There was this one part in the book where he was talking about his studio. He created a studio where he signed on all these people that I recognize that are now popping and popular, like the Migos, Young Thug, and all these other people who, to be honest, I don't care for their music. It's like nursery rhyme music to me. So it's nice to see like the rise and fall of that. Like, this whole autobiography, now that I think about it, is like a huge roller coaster ride, going up and down with the emotions. Like, my emotions were extra like high up there with like kind of anger and frustration at the prison system when he talks about his experience. And oh my god, like the bullshit, y'all, the bullshit of it all. So there's that. And of course he takes responsibilities for some stuff he couldn't get into, and was like, ooh. So yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Feel free to hit that subscribe button. This is another one of my shitty, you know what, I'm just gonna make a whole entire like playlist of all my shitty reviews. You know, I just did one of Cruel Prince, y'all. Anyway, goodbye, y'all. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, comment, like, and describe, you know, and all that other stuff. Definitely suggest me a whole bunch of stuff for autobiographies or maybe nonfiction works, because I'm kind of interested in that political stuff, you know, like political intrigue. Or there's this one book that it's not available at my library. I forgot the name of it, but it's basically whistleblowing about, you know, the White House and what happened with Hillary and what that bitch did. And, well, not her, but like damn near the Clintons and stuff, shady stuff that happened in Haiti. You know, me Haitians out, like, you know, it just pissed me off. But like, yeah. So I definitely want to read a lot more autobiographies or more nonfiction. That's like my yearly goal in general, because I barely read anything last year unless it was like school related, you know, and mostly when I'm forced to read something, it's like, nah. And I forced my way through this, maybe, so probably that's why it's at a lower rating. And if I had read this book, if I had read the autobiography of Gucci Mane a whole year ago, then maybe it would have been a higher. Maybe it would have been a 4, but I think I'll settle with a 3.5. So yeah, that's me. Anyway, bye, you guys. I've rambled enough. Bye.